Yeah, fine. Good morning, students. I hope you are well and fine in your home. Yes? Okay. Today I am going to teach you Unit 2, the Grumble family for grade 10th. Last class I taught you the first unit supplementary, the Tempest. I completed that supplementary in the last class and I gave some homework for you. Choose the best, character and speaker, and arranging the jumbled sentence into coherent order. Have you completed that homework? Have you completed? Yes. Okay, do your work daily. So last class already I remained. For one unit we completed. One unit prose, first unit prose, poem and supplementary is first flight prose, the life poem, the Tempest supplementary. I reminded you on that day, first unit poem, that is a memory poem of 14 lines. I told in that class you should memorize the poem lines. I think you all memorized that lines, yes? Okay, good. Then I told pattern, question pattern, prose, short answers and paragraph as well as vocabulary. Then poem, memory lines and paragraph. Supplementary, essay. Have you understood? Okay, study according to this pattern. Okay, last class Joel has started the second unit prose. Yes? Okay, good. So today I am going to teach you the Unit 2 poem, The Grumble Family by Lucy Maud Montgomery's poem I am going to teach you. All of you take your textbook with the writing material. Have you understood? Take your textbook with writing material. I will give some hard words for you. Just mark it the hard words meaning. So this poem, The Grumble Family, Lucy Maud Montgomery was a Canadian poet. She published 20 novels and 530 short stories, 500 poems, so many things she published in her lifetime. Then she was very famous in a collection of works, that is it has said as Annie of Green Gables. A collection name is Annie of Green Gables. That is also very famous. Within a period of 10 years, she published or she wrote 100 stories. Okay, most of his works, his letters and diaries, nowadays it was read and it was doing research by students and readers of national wide. Have you understood? So, in this poem, The Grumble Family, our poet L.M. Montgomery describes our neighborhood experience or neighborhood scenes. And she explains about people who are always think about the negative side of their life. And how to overcome all this problem, she has explained very detailedly in this poem. Have you understood? So all of you take your poem. Page number 45, The Grumble Family. Take page number 46. We will read the author introduction. Already I said about author introduction. Just to see. L.M. Montgomery was a Canadian author, best known for a series of novels beginning in 1908 with Annie of Green Gables. I already told you a series of novels. It has given as Annie of Green Gables. She was very famous. Montgomery went on to publish 20 novels as well as 530 short stories, 500 poems and 30 essays. A prolific writer, Montgomery published over 100 stories between 1897 and 1907. Okay, write the meaning of a prolific. Write the meaning of a prolific. Producing, produce works in abundance. Prolific means produce work in more number, abundance. That is called a prolific writer. Montgomery published over 100 stories between 1897 and 1907. I said within this period of 10 years, she wrote nearly 100 stories. Montgomery works, diaries and letters have been read and studied by scholars and readers worldwide. So she was very famous in literature. Okay, then come to the story. Yes, the Grumble family. Okay, so here take the glossary box, glossary, and first we read the glossary synonyms. Discontent. Discontent means dissatisfaction with one circumstances. Amiss, not quite right. Growl, literary meaning, make a low guttural sound in the throat. Grumble, a complaint made about something in a bad tempered way. Gloomy, to appear depressing or frightening. Queerest, the strangest or the most unusual. We see up to this much. Okay, grumble means, glossary box it has given, the Grumble family, a complaint about something in a bad tempered way. Okay, now you know very well, if two people are talking with each other, normally only less number of minutes they will talk about themselves, and after that they will talk about the third person. Okay, what they did, what he did, she did, like that. They will talk only about the third person. Then they will use some malicious gossip, not in a decent way. Some people talk in a decent way. Most of the people talk in a malicious gossip or scandalous talks, okay, scandalous speech, as well as ridiculing words. Okay, you know very well these type of words they will use. Okay, here the poet gives a vivid. Vivid refers to clear. What is the meaning of vivid? Vivid picture of neighborhood scene. Okay, this is quite common story. What is happening in our day-to-day life. Okay, vivid story of neighborhood scenes read to how we should mend our ways. Okay, mend our ways to grow better. Mend our ways means to grow better. Okay, just listen. Okay, so here our poet L.M. Montgomery, she explains okay about the neighborhood scenes. Okay, what will happen between two houses in the neighborhood, then how to overcome or how we have a cordial relationship with our neighbor. Okay, a cordial relationship is very important with our neighbor. Here the grumble, already I said, a complaint about something in a bad tempered way, not in an optimistic way. They will talk in a bad tempered way. It is really irritating us if he or she talks in such a way. Okay, here she explains a very beautiful lines. Listen, the first stanza. There is a family nobody likes to meet. They live, it is said, on Complaining Street, in the city of never or satisfied, the river of discontent beside. Okay, what is the meaning of discontent in the glossary? Dissatisfaction with one circumstances. Okay, see, there is a family nobody likes to meet. They live, it is said, on the Complaining Street. Okay, they are talking about okay, it is actually, it's like a parable. Okay, saying about a street name called Complaining Street, because most of the people in that street is grumbling people. Okay, always find fault with others. Okay, nobody liked those people. Okay, in that street, the complaining street, nobody likes to talk with those people. If you are moving into that street, complaining street itself, we don't like to talk with the people in that street. Okay, that is the first two line. There is a family nobody likes to meet. They live, it is said, on the complaining street. Okay, so that family name is complaining. It is in the complaining street. Okay, so in the city of never or satisfied, the river of discontent beside. Okay, you all know very well. This family, this people in that city never are satisfied. No one in that place are satisfied with what they have. For example, it is quite normal. We are not satisfied with what we have. We always think to go up in our life. For example, if we have a cycle, what we think in our mind, okay, next time we should buy a bike, motorbike, two-wheeler. We should buy a bike. Okay, bike means not ordinary bike, very costly bikes. Okay, then one who has a bike, next time their desire may be a car, four-wheeler. They want to buy a four-wheeler. Then four-wheeler, the costly car like a BMW as well as Audi or something like that. Okay, yes, that is our desire. But these people, this parable or this description is not like that. Like these people, no one will live in this world. Like that, this poet is explaining. Come, in the city of never or satisfied, the river of discontent beside. They are talking about the river. How important the river? That the river's name is discontent river. Already I told what is the meaning of discontent. Dissatisfaction with one's circumstances. They never satisfied with what they have. Have you understood? Come. This is the first stanza. Once again I am reading. Listen. There is a family nobody likes to meet. They live, it is said, on complaining street. In the city of never or satisfied. The river of discontent beside. They growl at that and they growl at this. Whatever comes, there is something amiss. And whether their station be high or humble, they are all known by the name of grumble. In the second stanza, they are talking about the appearance or the how the character of those people. Okay, whether they are in high position in the society, where they are not proud in their behavior. Anyhow, people call them as grumbling people. Okay, come. Growl, they growl. Growl means meaning. Growl is literary meaning is make a low guttural sound in the throat. Okay, but this context meaning, for example, in the classroom, a naughty student, if teacher says something, some students a very low sound. They sometimes they give a comment, okay, or they give a remarks in such a way, talking. Okay, this is like a guttural sound. Here, growling means in such a way. Not they always talk in the pessimistic way, negative way, not the optimistic. If you say go this way, why I want to go? I will go this way. Like that, they always talk only in the negative side of the life. Like that, they growl at that and they growl at this. Whatever comes, there is something amiss. Amiss refers to not quite right. Okay. For example, whatever happening in their life, sometimes they have happiness in their life. They never satisfied with what they have. Okay. For example, I have an experience in my life when I was doing my B.Ed. Okay, I had a friend. Okay, in the mess or in the canteen. Yes, in the mess, and we go for dinner all the time, breakfast, lunch as well as dinner. Dinner normally we have a regular schedule of menus. Okay, one day idli, next day dosa, like that it will go. Normally dosa, for example, dosa means my friend used to eat 8-9 dosas and finally blaming, okay, that one is not good, this one is not good, after eating 8-9 dosas. Have you understood that? They are never satisfied with what they have. Okay, like this here. Yes, they growl at that, they growl at this. Okay, whatever comes in their life, they will say something against that. Then when whatever comes, there is something amiss. Okay, whatever good in their life also, they will talk like something missing in their life. And whether their station be high or humble, they are all known by the name grumble. Okay, listen students, the meaning of a station, write the meaning of station, a place where one stands or stays. Next one is humble, means not proud. Okay. Next two lines, and whether their station be high or humble, they are all known by the name of grumble. Okay, what reason behind that? Why they call by their name grumble? Whether their station is high, whether they in their society they are in high position, or without any pride they are living also. If they live in this type of complaining street, people will call them as grumble. Okay, they will get the name of name grumble. Have you understood or not? Okay, once again I am reading the second stanza. They growl at that and they growl at this. Whatever comes, there is something amiss. And whether their station be high or humble, they are all known by the name of grumble. Okay, next one. The weather is always too hot or cold. Summer or winter alike this cold. Nothing goes right with the folks you meet down on the gloomy complaining street. Folks here refers to people. Okay, on a gloomy complaining street. Gloomy, see the meaning of gloomy, to appear depressing or frightening. Okay, here already I told you the appearance of the people in the grumbling street as no smiling, no cordial relations, no friendly look. Okay, they will looks like a very frightening or depressing way their appearance may be. Okay, the weather is always too hot or cold. Summer or winter alike this cold. Okay, for example, you all know very well during rainy season, southwest monsoon. Okay, during that season it will rain for nearly 3 months. Is that no? Okay, in Kanyakumari district. So at the time our normal people, in Kanyakumari people, they say like this: why all the days it is raining like this? Okay, when we come to school, yes, if it rains, what will we say? Oh God, it is raining. Yes, but if it is summer season, okay, what will we say? Oh, how hot! If we get rain, we will be very happy. Yes, the same. Okay, if it is rainy season also not satisfied. If it is hot season also, they never satisfied. Summer and winter are like this cold. If it is summer season or it is winter season, they will scold for summer as well as for winter. Have you understood? Okay. Nothing goes right with the folks you meet down on the gloomy complaining street. Okay. All the people in this complaining street, okay, they look same. Okay. So if you are meeting these people in the complaining street, okay, in the street they called as complaining street. Okay. All the time they looks same. Okay. Now, once again I am reading. The weather is always too hot or cold. Summer and winter alike this cold. Nothing goes right with the folks you meet down on the gloomy complaining street. Fourth stanza. They growl at the rain and they growl at the sun. In fact, their growling is never done. And if everything pleased them, there is not a doubt they would growl that they had nothing to grumble about. Okay, done means incomplete. Write the meaning here. The done refers to incomplete. Incomplete. Then next one is pleased. What is the meaning of pleased? Write the meaning of playlist. Satisfied. What meaning of pleased? So done. They growl at the rain and they growl at the sun. In fact, their growling is never done. There is no completion or no ending of growling. Okay, if it is sun, if they are seeing the sun also, they will growl. If they are seeing the rain also, they will growl. There is no completion or there is no ending of grumbling. Have you understood all? And if everything pleased them, there is not a doubt they would growl and they would nothing to grumble about. For example, everything is pleased for them also, they started to growl. For example, okay, this tea shop, okay, in our village we have a tea shop. Early morning, if you go to a tea shop, we could see a group of elders sit there and have a cup of tea. Nowadays, the number of people are very less in tea shops in the early morning. But when I was a very young boy, I could see the number were more in the tea shops. Okay, they just get a cup of tea. They started to narrate the story from Australia. It will pass to Korea. It will come to India. It will go to Pakistan. Finally, up to America. It will reach up to America. That much story they have. Whether it is relevant or irrelevant, they don't bother about that with a cup of tea. Have you understood, Anna? If they have nothing to say also, they will talk about Brazil, they will talk about London, what is going there. Do you know London or do you know Australia or New Zealand? Have you understood, Anna? They have something to talk in that place, or mostly they will blame the ruling party, opposition party. Have you understood, Anna? That is their only thing. They go to the tea shop and sit there and started to talk something in the social circumstances. Have you understood? That is these people do the same. Like that here also they have given. And if everything pleased them, there is not a doubt they would growl and they had nothing to grumble about. They will say, I have nothing to say, and started to grumble and started to say something like this. Okay, once again I am reading that stanza. They growl at the rain and they growl at the sun. In fact, their growling is never done. And if everything pleased them, there is not a doubt they growl that they had nothing to grumble about. But the curious thing is that not one of the same can be brought to acknowledge his family name. For never a grumbler will own that he is connected with it at all, you see. The curious means, see the glossary box, what is the meaning of curious? Curious means the strangest or the most unusual. Then acknowledge means, see the meaning, accept or admit the existence or truth of. Okay. But the curious thing is that not one of the same can be brought to acknowledge his family name. Okay. What is the strange, unusual thing? Okay. If you see these people are always normal, but their character is grumbling. They belongs to the complaining street, but they never disclose that one to anyone. If you say you belongs to complaining street, or you are always complaining others, or you are always a grumbler, like that, if you say, they never acknowledge that. Okay, they will say we are very good, we never talk about that person. Okay, I never talk about other people, I never make remarks against others or malicious gossip. They never acknowledge that. Have you understood that? Such a characters are there. Okay, for never a grumbler will own that he is connected with it at all, you see. Okay, that is the strange things in their life. Okay, they never agree they belongs to that particular people. Have you understood or not? That is the strange thing our poet L.M. Montgomery is explaining. Next stanza. The worst thing is that if anyone stays among them too long, he will learn their ways. And before he dreams of the terrible jumble, he has adapted into the family of grumble. Okay, terrible means already in the glossary box. Terrible means extremely bad or serious. What is terrible? Extremely bad or serious. Okay, come. Then jumble. Jumble means confuse. What is the meaning of jumble? It is confused. He has adapted into the life of grumble. Okay. The worst thing is that if anyone, okay, this is the very worst thing in the life, okay, for selection of friends. Okay. Normally, a teacher says like this, okay, select a good friend. Okay. If you have a good friend, definitely your character is very good. Okay. So selection of friend is very important. So the worst thing is that if anyone stays among them too long, they will learn their ways. Okay. If you are moving with this type of friends in the complaining street, definitely you will always, your character will like the grumbling people. Have you understood that? Like the complaining street people. Okay, then, and before he dreams of the terrible jumble, he has adapted into the family of grumble. Okay, without realizing, okay, we changed our attitude, we changed our mind like grumble people. Have you understood that? So, only our parents or our teachers will say, select a good friend. Have you understood? Now, from this, I conclude my poem. In the next class, we will see the remaining poem. Okay, what I said already. Study the lesson well. Okay, this first unit prose, poem memory lines. Very simple poem. Memorize the memory lines as well as paragraph. Then supplementary, read well. Okay, we will see in the next class. Okay, thank you, students.